Hello Libra, and welcome to your July 2024 tarot card reading here at Scorched Earth, but done by Marion. Hi. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I am going to pull an oracle card from the Oracle of Pluto just to get things started and see, what's the overall theme. What theme are we working with? What's the kind of hidden messages that can be coming forth for the month of July. And then we're going to pull some cards from tarot and clarify as well. Okay, so let's get stuck in here. So can I have a oracle card for Libra for July 2024, please? I hope you're all well, Libra. Hope you're enjoying the weather or whatever you're up to. If you're on vacation or if you're whatever you may be doing. I hope that this finds you well. Okay, so we'll go for this one. Okay, so the card that we've got coming out here is the Griffin. Now these cards are, the images in these cards have been drawn with respect to shadow puppets, because Pluto is a planet that deals with the underworld, deals with the shadow. And for me, this Griffin, well, right away, the Griffin is a mythical creature. There's all sorts of animals, etc. in this deck, and there is a couple of what you would call fantasy stroke mythical creatures, the Griffin being one of them. And what that signifies to me is that in this month, the month of July, there's going to be some tall tales, as we would say. I think you are going to either hear or be told some far-fetched stories, shall we say, or perhaps you've already been told far-fetched stories. That's the words that are coming through to me. So that could be a theme. I don't think, it's necessarily you're being lied to or there's any malice behind it. For me, it feels like, there's maybe someone or a situation in your life that is bordering on the fantasy land. It's like what you would like or what someone would like in their mind in a kind of a story type, in their imagination, as opposed to what's actually going on, as opposed to reality. And as I was preparing for your reading, Libra, the phrase that kept coming to mind was keep it simple and back to basics. And that makes me think that, there's maybe been so much going on where, you or others around you don't know what's real and what is actually, made up, or what is actually a kind of a fantasy. So with that being said, and it makes sense, because when I was selecting the decks to use with you, I've got a whole plethora of decks, but that phrase, keep it simple, just was the overriding message that kept coming through. So that's why I've selected, the Rider Waite Smith, or the Smith Waite deck, because it's the cards that everybody recognises, and it's traditional and it's simple, not simple as in easy, but it's traditional, and it's just keeping things simple and not being overcomplicated, because as an air sign, you do tend to overthink things. So just having the plain cards out in front of us, we can cut through the fantasy, if you like, and we can go straight to what's really going on. Okay, so how does that sound, Libra? Hope that sounds all right for you. So we'll just put this Griffin card up here. Oh, can slide it along here so that we've got, so I know who I'm reading for and the energy of Pluto, the shadows of Pluto. So let's get a look and see what's happening for July. Can I have some cards, please, for Libra for July 2024? Let's see what's in store for Libra, please. Just try to make sure you can see everything here, Libra. I know myself, there is nothing more frustrating watching a tarot reading and not being able to see the cards. So, else I just wreck my setup here. Okay, and at the bottom of the deck, we have got the Seven of Swords. I'll put that there, which is the Moon in Aquarius. So what's happening? What's going to be taking place in July for you, Libra? Let's have a wee look and see here. Now I feel like overall, you know, we've got some pretty decent energies coming through. Excuse me. You know, we've got a couple of major arcana here. We've got, you know, there's a lot of people cards. So, you know, we've got a royal couple here with the King and Queen of Pentacles. And we're starting off here, and I would say starting off, you know, kind of a what's been going on here is you get the Seven of Cups, you get the Five of Pentacles, and you get the King of Pentacles. Now, the King of Pentacles obviously is Taurus energy, but as I'm sure you know, Taurus has the same ruling sign as you, Venus. So, you know, I think that's a nod to that kind of Venusian energy and how there's an aspect to you that just needs to, this back to basics is coming through. And just kind of having, you know, going for a simpler life if possible, or just having a simpler lifestyle, you know, choosing. We've got a Seven of Cups here, you know, so I know that it's, you know, the Seven of Cups is like Scorpio energy, which is one of your neighbouring signs. It's not always easy to make the decision, you know, and at times, you know, I really dislike that trope that people put on a Libra saying, oh, well, you're the only sign that doesn't have an animal or person or human type living creature associated with them. You're mechanical, so you're unfeeling. And I think that's, you know, it's terribly, terribly like unjustified, you know, because I know several Libras, and I've had several Libras in my life, you know, and you're a really caring bunch. You know, you are very, very caring for people, you know, and you are very keen to help people. and incredibly generous. So perhaps making that choice, these choices that have been coming, the emotional choices that have been coming round for you, is more to do with everybody else. You helping everybody else make choices for themselves. And when it's come to you, you've just been, a bit kind of tired and a bit weary, with this Five of Pentacles here. And it feels like, your emotional currency is something that needs to be replenished. And I think that, taking an opportunity to maybe kind of simplify your life, maybe getting out into nature, and it could even be, one of the things about the King of Pentacles, he's surrounded by grapes, do you have to just get some quality time to yourself and maybe have a glass of wine if that's something that you enjoy, or even go grape picking, if that's a thing. But it feels, in order to increase your balance and increase the balance of emotional currency, you should spend some time with those you love and, making things a wee bit easier for yourself. And I think that's really kind of where you should be aiming for in the month of July, Libra, because it's like spreading yourself a bit too thinly. And also it could be, there may be many pursuits that you're wanting to do, many things that you're wanting to either go and do, or things that you want to bring into your life. And it's became a little bit financially taxing here with the Five of Pentacles. So whatever side of the coin, pardon the pun with the pentacles, whatever side of the coin that you're falling on, take that time for yourself and use this as an opportunity. Use July as an opportunity to recoup the energy, or even if it is like actual financial, if it is money, if it is like kind of a financial endeavours, take the month of July to try and recoup that and increase your balance again, whether it's your bank balance or the energetic bank, increase that. Coming more into the kind of central part of the month, we've got the Queen of Pentacles, we've got the Nine of Cups, and we've got Temperance. Now, I absolutely adore seeing Temperance in a reading, and it, for me, what is coming through is this kind of a continuation of this need to understand more about yourself, about your physicality. And with the Queen of Pentacles here, there's that more kind of nurturing energy coming through, whereby spending that time understanding yourself physically. It could be that you're a bit burnt out, because you've been making loads of choices, and it's just, you're just kind of maybe getting a chance to sit down, and if it is, like kind of a vacation season, and you're having that opportunity to think to yourself, right, what can I do just to chill out, and you're realising, oh, I need to look after myself more. And in the central part here, the central card, we've got the Nine of Cups. So, that is very much an abundant energy. We have got its Piscean energy. And it is one of those cards where it's like we like to see that, you know, but I always feel that this kind of a rendition of it, this kind of traditional imagery, it's like, is it wishes coming true, or is it guarding, you know, what they've already got? And for me, in these circumstances, it feels like you've helped create and make happen. You know, you've been in the creation process and making these wishes come true. And it's not necessarily very clear where you go for there. You know, where do you go now, Libra? It's very much like you have been either in partnerships, or if it's a team at work, etc. You know, you've been instrumental in the success of this and of these endeavours or these relationships, etc. And you're now wondering, well, where do I go? You know, what's next for me? And you're kind of looking at it in an individual level now. Whereas there's always been a we and a us, but now it's, you know, there's this kind of a single-mindedness. Not necessarily, you know, a breakup or anything, or you know, or leaving a job, but you know, you could have had a promotion, and you know, you've worked really hard for the promotion, and now you're kind of like, oh well, what now? What, you know, what's the next? What's the next thing? What's the next adventure? What's the next project? And what I would suggest is, Libra, is you take some time just to understand and appreciate how far you've come in this journey, how far you have come from, you know, being maybe kind of untrained in something or just newly qualified in something, and you've, you know, developed yourself and did the extra training or worked the extra hours in order to get to this position. So moving into temperance, it feels like, you know, you're taking everything that you've accumulated in this Nine of Cups, and then you're going to take it and shake things up a wee bit with the Temperance card. When I say shake things up, I don't mean like to the point where you're going to just kind of detonate your entire existence. You know, I don't mean that. I don't mean that you're going to just suddenly wake up one morning and say, right, let's do something completely different here. I mean, you might, you know, there's crazier things to do, but you know, it feels very much there. You're going to be like, right, let's see. I have get one cup full of all my knowledge and experience, and then the other cup here is going to be where you're wanting to go or the things that you've learned from other people, and you're going to mix it together and you're going to create something new. And that something new is going to take strength of character, and you know, there could even be some new learning with this Page of Cups, you know, some new emotional learning. There's there's some there's some lessons to be learned, and those lessons are going to take place, and it's going to be quite dramatic, I feel, because you know, it let's not forget, at the bottom of the deck here we've got the Seven of Swords. So you know, I sometimes, you know, think to myself, the Seven of Swords, it's like a thief of joy card. You know, it's the moon in Aquarius, and it's like, you know, like what can possibly be stolen from you, you know, and it's like, kind of, if there's nothing physically stolen from you, has time been stolen from you, or you know, are you doing something, or are you kind of contemplating something where you know that for a little bit of time, you know, your time will not be your own, And that's what I'm feeling for some of you, because with this Page of Cups, you know, it feels like there's going to be a new kind of learning. It's going to be quite difficult. The learning, you know, that you're creating with this Temperance energy, but it's not difficult as in educationally difficult, you know, that you're not able to complete it, or you're not able to do the, you know, understand the course for better, you know, for a better use of a word. It feels to me that it'll be quite an emotional journey. And especially with the Death card here, I feel very much this is nodding towards the Scorpionic energy. And as I'm sure you know, you might even have some Scorpio placements in your chart. It oftentimes can be incredibly intense, either having Scorpio placements or being around Scorpionic energy. But it feels like it's going to be this pursuit, this endeavour that you've got in mind, Libra, is going to be emotionally intensive. Now, that could be a personal relationship. It could be a relationship with yourself. It could be relationships with, say, like new work colleagues that have, you know, come in because of whatever promotion or whatever levelling up that you've been going on with. But I do feel that, you know, the best course of action is to keep it simple. Keep things simple, and just take one step at a time. Keep it simple and back to basics. So let's get some clarifiers out here. So, okay, tell me about this top row, please. Oh, I'm not taking all of them, but Mr. King of Pentacles showed his face there again. Right. He's bouncing around here. So if he comes out properly, then we'll take him. But, gosh, I've never seen a King of Pentacles so excitable. Okay, some clarifiers, please. Okay, we're going to take that because it feels as if I should. Right, so we get the Knight of Pentacles here. Right, I'm flipped out. And we get the Eight of Swords. So the Eight of Swords, again, is a card of Gemini. And that's actually the first card that's shown up, other than the Seven of Swords that I bought me the other deck. The first air card, really. So it could be that there is an over saturation of air energy for you, Libra. That, you know, part of your process that you're going through in July could be to lean into the other elements. You know, lean into the other elements that make up yourself. So again, your physicality with the earth element, your emotional compass, and also that bit of fire, you know, your passions with the Temperance card and the Strength card. And just as I say that, who wants to come bouncing out but the Page of Wands? Now, let's see. One more, please. Okay, at the bottom of the deck here, we've got the Ten of Wands. So the cards that have come out here, Libra, are the Knight of Pentacles, the Eight of Swords, the Page of Wands, and the Three of Pentacles. Slow and steady is the phrase that I associate with the Knight of Pentacles. he is not the fastest knight by any means, but he is one of the dependable knights. If you give him a job, don't expect him to be done in a day, but he will do the most wonderfully thorough job. And I think that's what you're needing right now, Libra. You're needing to know that there's people round about you that you can depend upon. Because I think for the longest time, there has been this energy here where you have tied yourself up in knots and, overthought things, but because you've been in positions where you feel like you're the only one that's capable of making decisions or thinking things through, and it's been difficult for you to ask for help. It's been difficult for you to ask for assistance. And it's been a slow realisation of that fact. And that could be leading to why you need this break, why you need this time back to yourself to understand that about yourself, and just kind of recharge those batteries, those emotional and physical batteries. And then we've got this Page of Wands, who pages are messengers and they're the students. There's been some lessons learned because you're not an ace. So, you've been round the block a couple of times, Libra, shall we say, and you've gained experience, but you're looking forward to something new. And with this Three of Pentacles here, it's a card of Capricorn. It does feel, where you are going to be in this position of building whether it's building a team, building resources, or just increasing abundance and increasing. It's trying to come through the message. It's increasing the knowledge and understanding. So it's like you're creating a knowledge. You're creating knowledge to fill in blanks, to fill in gaps. That's what it feels like. You're going to be asked for your expertise. You're going to be asked for your advice on certain matters. And that's what's coming through here for you, Libra. There will be aspects where it's challenging. We've got the Ten of Wands, sorry. But then look, we've got the Sun beneath that, and we've got the Ace of Pentacles. And I think that story there in the underside of the deck really sums up the energy for July 2024 for you, Libra. So I hope that you could take something from that. Hope that you understand where I was coming from, because it did feel like quite a specific message. And if we are parting ways here, thank you so much for watching and just the kindness that everyone has shown me while I've been on Carrie's channel. And yeah, thanks so much. And if you're popping on for the extended, I'll see you in a wee couple of minutes. Okay, bye bye, take care, Libra.